Welcome to the middle of the night vlog. I thought this would be a really interesting insight into my daily life as a mom, business owner, and ADHDer. The fact that I very often have like little work sessions in the middle of the night. So my twins are still eating every 3 to really the longest they let us go is 5 hours, which means I tend to feed them at least twice a night. And because there's 2 of them, it takes about an hour to feed them. And by the time that hour is up, I am often wide awake. And what better to do with all of that energy than get some work done? I have recorded podcasts in the middle of the night, I filmed TikToks in the middle of the night, I have written sales pages in the middle of the night, and now I am filming a video in the middle of the night. It is 3:04 a.m. and I'm just trying to give you guys a glimpse into what it's really like to run 2 businesses and have 3 kids and enjoy the holidays. And part of that for me is working in the middle of the night. And before all of you come for my throat like, Megan, this is not a healthy work-life balance, first of all, I actually think it is. And second of all, if it's not, and I'm just unable to see that, it's probably because I come from a long line of workaholics. Frankly, I love what I do. I love creating content. I love life coaching. I love my businesses very much, and I thoroughly enjoy working on them. So when I'm working in the middle of the night, it's not anxiety driven. It's not like, oh, I gotta get this done. Oh no, blah. It's literally like, oh my gosh, I have such a good idea for a video. Like, let's go, let's do it. And I think that's where like the ADHD comes in, right? I get questions all the time about how I run 2 businesses when I have kids and also when I'm ADHD. People are like, how do you not burn out? How do you have the energy? How do you have the time? And I'm not going to speak to the burnout or the energy right now. Those will be separate videos, but I can absolutely speak to the time right now. And the answer to the time is I work in the middle of the night. And in addition to that, I do want to point out something that a lot of people don't seem to talk about. Maybe it's just been my experience with my babies, but newborns sleep a lot. Okay, and you can work while they sleep. I mean, obviously you should sleep while they sleep if you need rest, but you can work while they sleep, and so I do. But in addition to that, I work in the middle of the night sometimes. I usually only work for an hour or 2 and then I go back to sleep. Like, I've been up for a little while shooting, and I can already tell, I can feel myself getting sleepy again, so I don't really push it too hard. Like, once I start to get sleepy, I go back to bed, but oftentimes my interest in the work that I'm doing carries me through until I'm done with whatever project I started, and then I just go back to sleep. Now, I have pushed this too far a couple of times. Like the other night I got like 4 hours of sleep 2 nights in a row, and I was like, nope, time for some rest, time for some sleep. And then I took like 2 naps the next day, and I slept like a good amount the next night. So for me, I'm done trying to be consistent. So many people on YouTube will tell you like consistency is key. Actually, all kinds of content creators, not just YouTube. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent. Blah, blah, blah. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. That hasn't been the case for me. Consistent is not an achievable goal for someone with ADHD, like a lot of the time. I have come up with this framework of understanding how neurotypicals work versus how neurodivergent people work. That's called inchworming. So I describe it as like neurotypicals work like snakes, right? They move consistently. They may go back and forth a little to build momentum and get where they're going, but it's consistent speed for the most part, right? Neurodivergent folks tend to move like inchworms, right? We rest and build up, and then we burst forward in a beautiful like jolt of energy, right? We burst forward, and then we have to rest again, and then we burst forward, and then we have to rest again. And that is our natural energy pattern for a lot of us. And I think we lose a lot of that energy by trying to fight it, right? Because when we try to be consistent, what we're trying to do is take this rest and even it out. And we're trying to take this burst and we're trying to hold it back. And I think when we hold back the burst, I think that is so detrimental for ADHDers. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like, think of when you've tried to be consistent with something in your life, it doesn't feel good. And part of that, yes, is because we're trying to form habits when our brain is not naturally inclined to form habits. That's part of it. But I think part of it is you're holding yourself back from this really beautiful experience of hyperfocus, of monotropism, of sinking your teeth into what you love. And when you hold yourself back from that, it just doesn't feel good, right? It's not a pleasant experience. So I say indulge it. Indulge it, and then before you completely run out of steam, before you're running on fumes, before you hit that point, give yourself rest. And that creates a sustainable cycle. I think sustainability is way more important than consistency. And I know that might feel like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Dogmatic, pragmatic, none of these are the right words. Stigmatic, no. Semantics. I know that might sound like semantics, but I'm telling you there's a difference between trying to be sustainable and trying to be consistent, especially for ADHDers, because consistency is often not sustainable for us. So tonight I thought I would just bring you with me as I, edit a Vlogmas video. Enjoy. So I just realized that I never actually plugged in my microphone. Like I put it on the camera, but I never plugged it in. So now it's plugged in. Hopefully the sound is better. I will figure this out. I will figure out my fancy equipment. I will figure it out. I also realized that my tripod that I use for my phone does have like a little connector where I should be able to connect my camera. And it came with a little piece that I think is supposed to connect the camera. No idea how. Like, I'm very confused. So if my shots over the next couple of days are a little wonky because it's because I'm trying to place my camera on top of stacks of books and random stuff to try to get the shot. So it is now 3:51 a.m. I've been up since about, I think, 1:45. And I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. My other kiddo woke up, he's been sick, so been trying to help him feel a little better and get him back to sleep. So I think we're gonna go snuggle for a little bit, and I feel myself getting tired. So like I said before, I try to just listen to my body and my energy flow, right? So like, I feel tired. I can tell I'm getting tired. So instead of pushing because I didn't finish my project, I'm just like, oh, I'm tired. Time to go to sleep. Like, so I'm trying to just flow with it. So I think that's where we're going to end the vlog today. I know it's a bit of a short one, but I hope you enjoyed this little middle of the night Vlogmas special.